Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today we're going to talk about how leg drive actually helps your bench press. When it comes to leg drive in the bench press, many lifters actually turn their leg drive into something that works against them. Leg drive should be used for the purpose of maintaining your position first and foremost, and that in itself allows you to transfer more force into the bar. Many will use leg drive and think of it as a way to actually create the force into the bar by way of popping the chest up, having to try to time leg drive, and that's not how I'll typically coach leg drive, because that's going to get into more momentum-based lifting where you're going to cave your positioning off the chest. You're going to try to time your leg drive in order to thrust your chest up and then hope that weight goes where you really want it to go with tension. So the way I coach leg drive, like I said, it's a constant push back to maintain your positioning. And leg drive starts from the setup on. It's not something that you start to apply once the bar comes out. All right, it's something that is constantly helping you creating an advantage. All right, I'm going to show you where leg drive begins and then ultimately what it's going to look like as you go through the press. So the first place leg drive is going to start is helping us achieve a good setup. You're going to see here, I'm going to lay down to the pad, I'm going to bridge up, right, to plant onto my traps, and then I'm going to start the process of pushing back, pushing weight into my traps. Then you'll see as I bring my feet down, I'm constantly maintaining that push as to not drop my positioning. So very key, the setup is heavily dictated by your leg drive. Let's take a look. So right here on, as soon as I bridge up into the setup and I'm pushing back, if I don't continue to push back, I'm not going to maintain this pressure on my traps. If I'm not pushing, I'm just collapsed to my upper back. If I want the biggest arch possible, the best positioning possible, I am going to use my legs to push back. You can see how there's no space behind my neck in the pad. From here, I continue to push back. I put one leg down, that leg is now extending out to keep that pressure back. Other foot comes down. I maintain this push back that I created. Again, as soon as I drop that, see how much I flatten out? An incredible amount. So I need to continue to push back, keep that tension as soon as my butt just touches the pad. We don't want to put weight down with our hips. We want to just graze the pad so we have that contact, but I'm continuing to push back. Now, whereas most leg drive gets timed in a manner that looks like this, right? You see that little bit of a sink and then you're trying to kick that leg drive in. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep our leg drive we had from the beginning, and we're going to use it as a way to keep our shoulder blades underneath us. So our body, as we come down with this weight, we're going to naturally want to round our shoulders because it is going to be less resistance to get down. But what we're trying to do, keep our upper back tight, shoulder blades underneath us, and we're actually going to be having more resistance as we get down to the chest. That resistance that gets loaded up, if you're in a good position, you stay in a good position, is what gives us that true pop off the chest. Okay? The legs are going to help maintain that. That's why if you do feet up benching, it's typically a bit harder than when you use your legs. All right, because now I don't have that leverage as much through my lower half to stay onto the back of my traps here. Okay, so use leg drive as a way to maintain that chest position up, feel that loading with the weight through the lats, and pop it back up. There's no timing involved, there's a ton of force involved, and it is completely exhausting. If you get leg drive down correctly and you use it from the setup on like I just showed you, you're going to feel like you went through a leg workout. Trust me. So that's how you apply leg drive in the bench press. It's a constant push back. It is something that you are using from the setup on, and really the goal of the leg drive isn't to transfer the force itself. It works mainly in because it keeps your positioning when you're bench pressing. That allows you to load your lats appropriately, and that's what gives you that true spring effect. but it happens from the ground up. So give that a shot. Coach Ben here. And you know where to find me. You can meet me on a bench. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to learn more about how to increase your bench press, consider joining us in our Better Benching Academy. To learn more, simply click the link down below in the description box or visit bigbenchas.com/BB Academy. I'll see you there.